At Disneyland, you can purchase an exclusive dining experience right above Pirates of the Caribbean for $15,000 or $1,250 each if you have the maximum of 12 guests. This is 21 Royal, an exclusive, personalized dining experience featuring the pinnacle of Disney hospitality and cuisine, within an entirely private setting above New Orleans Square, which would have a 5-star rating on Google Reviews if it wasn't for Ira White, who I guess had an awful time at her private Disney dinner party that costs as much as a car. In recent years, it seems that the price Disney fanatics are willing to pay for exclusive experiences knows no bounds. Experiences such as Savvy's Workshop, where you can construct your own custom-built lightsaber, feels like Disney is starting to take the mickey out of their guests. But it's only the tip of the iceberg. Private themed suites which range in the thousands of dollars a night, VIP tours costing $750 an hour at a minimum of 7 hours, and the exclusive Club 33 which starts at $50,000 for just membership. Heck, you can buy multi-million-dollar mansions on Walt Disney World property, so honestly, a $15,000 private dining experience fits right in. It's easy to think that these offerings are merely clout for the Walt Disney Company, and whilst they're definitely out of reach of the average guest, you have to remember that Disney and its theme parks are appealing to a lot of people, and some of those are more wealthy than others. It's not uncommon to hear about celebrities celebrating special occasions or even just visiting the parks, so Disney creates high-end experiences that fit high-end people. So what does the high-end 21 Royal offer above the other dining options within Disney theme parks? This limited event, only being offered under a dozen times a month, includes 12 park hopper admission tickets for Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, which is expected because you need to get your guests in somehow. Additionally, you're also provided with exclusive valet parking at the Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, which is the highest rated hotel at Disneyland Resort. The night itself begins with guests being driven through the back gates of Disneyland and around the backstage of New Orleans Square, where you are greeted by one of 21 Royale's butlers. From there, guests are escorted up to the suite, which houses the dining experience, and they are given time to take in the exquisite location with its rich history. Hawkeye Disney fanatics will notice that the setting of 21 Royal is fairly familiar, and that's because it used to be the Dream Suite, which was featured as part of the Year of a Million Dreams promotion. Originally, Walt Disney wanted this space to be his personal apartment at Disneyland, as an actual place for him to stay because his current abode within the park wasn't all that accommodating. Many people know that above the Firehouse on Main Street, USA, you can find Walt Disney's original apartment. But it's less of an apartment and more of a room featuring incredibly basic and small amenities, whilst also lacking a bedroom. This proposed suite would have everything you'd expect from a real apartment, whilst also being an opportunity for Walt Disney to bouge with potential corporate sponsors. Unfortunately, Walt Disney would pass away before he'd have the opportunity to make the luxurious suite a reality, but the space was left available above Pirates of the Caribbean for many years as a vacant spot until it eventually became the Dream Suite and then ultimately became 21 Royale. Which I don't think I'm saying exactly correct, I think it's just 21 Royal, but 21 Royale sounds very exotic and unique. Now, technically this isn't just a dinner experience. You're renting out the space and the dinner is included, but for the most part you've got free reign to the Dream Suite. Except you can't sleep in the beds and you can't really do whatever you want, but you do, but you don't. Guests get to enjoy the living space within the apartment whilst being served signature cocktails, which are included within the package at the start of the night. Once they've had time to relax and acquaint themselves with the unique antiquities and furnishings, they're then moved on to the dining room for a 7-course dining and storytelling experience. Those hearing storytelling might think that they're in for a show where a pirate breaks down the door and offers you some exotic rum, But this isn't Disney's usual over-the-top, flashy, and vibrant stories. Instead, it is personal, refined, and elegant. Everything that 21 Royal represents.
But you know what's just as delicious but a whole lot cheaper than $15,000? Fresh, ready-made meals delivered direct to your door with this week's sponsor, Factor. Each never-frozen meal is chef-created and dietitian-designed, leaving you with nutritional meals and no prep or cleanup in sight. So for meals tastier and healthier than a Mickey pretzel, use my link down below or go to go.factor75.com and use our code on screen or in the description for 50% off your first box.
It should be noted that 21 Royal doesn't have a set menu, and it's adjusted for each experience based on personal preferences and the availability of ingredients, so almost every sit-in is different. The chef is known to come out from time to time with tales explaining the inspirations behind the dishes that they've made and the theatrics that go with it. Carly Weissel from Eater.com explained that it was the small moments that made the night. Like in the presentation of a seafood soup inspired by Chef Sutton's childhood memories of tide pooling. At the exact moment he describes a wave crashing over sea creatures, a choreographed team of waiters pours sea urchin foam over morsels of Santa Barbara spot prawn, red abalone, and Kona Kempachi. The courses during the appetizer portion of the night come out in small servings, and they are a far cry from the burgers and fries that Disney sells in the theme park beneath you. The flavors and presentation are designed to be an experience beyond just having a meal, and the use of rare ingredients presented in unique arrangements really makes this a personal and rewarding offering for those lucky enough to be able to afford it. And all of it is branded to the 21 Royale experience, from the plates to the spoons, even to the toilet paper. Whilst my food knowledge isn't really up to par with my theme park knowledge, a few of the dishes offered during this part of the night are the Osetra caviar, offset by an acidic yellow tomato sauce, and the Alaskan king crab with a delicate potato mousseline crepe, which is all individually paired with a wine. Aside from Club 33 just across New Orleans Square and Ogre's Cantina in a galaxy far, far away, this is one of the few places that you can have alcohol at the Disneyland theme park. Walt was always against the idea of serving alcohol within Disneyland due to the fact that it can generate some rather unsavory behavior, but over the years Disney has slowly been making exceptions in the park. From here, there is a brief 10-minute intermission after the fourth course where guests are provided an opportunity to relax on the porch of 21 Royal and savor some Pinot Noir, but it is not long before you're thrown back into the final portion of the meals. This is usually when the main courses, such as bison tenderloin with hay-roasted vegetables, are served alongside dessert. After the food is finished, guests are offered cappuccinos and additional cheeky beverages and invited to the balcony of 21 Royal to enjoy a private viewing of Disneyland's Fantasmic high above the horizon of New Orleans Square. For many, this is the highlight. An opportunity to experience something that millions see from behind someone else's shoulder or obnoxious goofy hat. But you now get an unobstructed and unique perspective. Once again, Carl Yee from Eater.com noted that, tipsy and primed for revelry, nothing delights more than Mickey Mouse spewing golden sparkles out of his white-gloved fingers. After an evening of whim catering and decadence, it's hard not to feel like this cavalcade of characters on the back of a riverboat are waving only to you. This, Disney fans, is what you pay for, not the caviar. At the end of the night, you're offered a branded maroon gift bag containing a 21 Royale Disney pin, tea, pastries, and coffee beans for the morning. Plus, the women get complimentary travel flat shoes because heels aren't the best option after a big night of drinks and food. From here, you can either head back to your resort or wander back into the park feeling like royalty. Overall, the experience is around 5 hours, and so at roughly $3,000 an hour, is it worth it? Personally, it's hard to say because I haven't experienced it myself, but for many, it doesn't matter what is being served, how the cocktails are prepared, or how many butlers there are. For the rich and famous, this is normal for them, to have their every need catered to on a whim. But Disney fans? It's a rare insight into this world of luxury, and mostly it's a chance to be a part of history. Visit Walt's potential apartment and the home of the Disney Suite. Watch Fantasmic from a view only a few thousand get to enjoy, and tell a story about a theme park which will dazzle all your friends and family for the rest of your life. Perhaps the most surprising aspect is that even though 21 Royal is enjoyed by corporate parties and celebrities, according to Disney themselves, it's steadily booked by die-hard Disney fans looking to celebrate birthday parties, baby showers, and other special milestone events. And that is 21 Royal. Would you do it if you had the money? Let us know. From the home of all things theme parks, I'm Dominic from ReviewTyme. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.